Okay, how many pieces do we have this time? Okay, and so we're going to start with y equals off to the left. And now what makes this problem actually kind of easy is, notice how we have two horizontal lines. Do you guys see that? There's like no thought to those. Those particular ones, you just have to see where would it cut through the y-axis. So this is at 4 is the top one, and the bottom one is at -3. Now that middle horizontal line, we're going to use the idea of y equals mx plus b. It cuts through the origin, and it has a slope looking from left to right of 1/1. Now here is the new aspect to this. This part we have not gone over yet. I'm going to put my pen up here because I can see that one of these lines, one of these x values where it transitions from one piece of the function to the next occurs at -4. Does everybody agree with that? Okay, so I'm going to put my pen right here. This first portion is to the left of -4. It's to the left of -4, which means it's less than -4. So x is less than -4. And then I go back and I look, oh, it has a closed dot. I need to put a line underneath to include that point. Here's the new part. This diagonal goes from -4 all the way to +1. All the way to +1. It goes from -4 to +1. Remember, we're just talking about the x values. So you always write the smaller number first, the larger number second, and put x in the middle. Now, how do you decide what inequality symbols go in these two positions? Well, first I'll tell you they're always going to be facing the same way, which means they're going to be like both like this, or they're going to be both like this. But they're not going to be going in opposite directions, okay? So here's my suggestion to you. If you place the smaller number on the left, only be concerned with what direction your inequality symbol goes here in this position, and then we're just copy and paste it into this position. So let's only worry about the 1. When I put my pen here and you ask yourself, at an x value of 1, is this portion of the function less than 1 or greater than 1? So make a less than symbol here, and then whatever is there, you're just going to mimic it in the next position. Every time. Now you have to ask yourself, okay, at -4, it was an open circle. It's good. At +1, it was a closed dot, so put a little line underneath. All right. Next up is our -3, y equals -3. And again, this one starts at an x value of 1. And this line over here, it occurs to the right of x equals 1. So the values are larger than or greater than 1. It's also an open circle, so there's no line underneath. Flip to example 4, please. Or maybe it says independent practice 3. And right now, there's one thing that's going to make this difficult, only one thing, other than determining kind of this last part of the function. What's the first part that makes this difficult? Tell your partner. Okay, Anthony, what makes it difficult? We have 2 diagonal lines, true. Now, which one is more difficult to work with, Anthony? The longer diagonal or the shorter? Why? This one is more difficult because we don't know where it touches. So let's first take care of that. Let's find good intersection points, and let's continue on them until it intersects with the y-axis. All right, so here's our next thing. Our next thing is, so we're going to start with this function. It intersects the y-axis at +2. And the slope from left to right is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. The second one intersects at 0, and it has the same slope. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Our final one is much easier. It's horizontal, and it would cut through the y-axis at a value of 4. Okay, I want to give you 1 minute working with your partner to see if you can come up with the answers in the back, and then I will go over them. Please check your answer with mine.